Hi, how are you? Happy New Year. This is Tim Scher from Sure Success, and I'm really excited to spend a few more moments with you. I want to give you a couple strategies for keeping yourself moving forward with your goals. If you ever struggle with procrastination or you're looking for ways to stay motivated, here's one strategy that'll help you a lot. When you're focusing on achieving your goals, make sure that you're giving yourself a lot of positive feedback, a lot of approval, a lot of attaboys or attagirls, a lot of big hugs, yay me, and really focus on the things that are going right. In my experience of working with people, most people tend to focus on the things that are going wrong. So I was working with a client earlier today and I said, tell me what's going well for you. And she started telling me about all the things that weren't going well. And I said, but yeah, tell me about some of the things that are going well, where you're making breakthroughs. And she again started going back to what was missing, what was lacking, what wasn't working. And the problem with that is if you're always focusing on the problems, then all you do is attract more problems into your life. It's kind of like if you want to get out of debt, if you only focus on getting out of debt, what you attract into your life is more debt because that's what you're focused on. If you're focused on losing weight and it's all about losing weight, you'll end up having more weight. So we need to focus on the solution. Your mind's like a GPS system. If you want to go somewhere, you type in a specific address and then you take the first step towards that address. Well, what most people do with their inner GPS is they type in all the places for where they don't want to go, hoping that they just end up in the right place. And that's a mistake. It takes you way too long, you end up losing drive, and you end up frustrated. We're going to change that, you and me together now, by focusing on what you want, and when you move towards it, feel good about yourself. Because otherwise, this is what happens. If you're only focusing on the things that aren't going right, and that's all you give the attention to, then your brain, the part of you that's doing things well, is going to say, well, why bother? It's kind of like being the sibling in the family growing up. You did all the right things, you got the A's, you were always stepping up, and you had a brother or sister that was always acting out, always getting into trouble, and who'd your parents give all the attention to? Them, right? So they're acting up, they're misbehaving, they get all the attention, and you're sitting there doing everything right going, well, why bother then? I'm not even going to do this anymore. And that's what your brain does. If you focus only on the things that aren't going right, you're going to lose that desire to follow through. Instead, you're going to spend most of your time, 80% of your time, feeling proud of yourself for what you have accomplished. Even if you feel like it's just a little bit or it's not that big a deal, it is. If you keep telling yourself every time you do something well that it's not a big deal, then why would you want to keep doing it? How are you ever going to get to a point where it's a big deal? So remember to give yourself a lot of positive feedback for when things are going right. It's like raising kids. If you want your kids to behave better, catch them doing it right and give them lots of praise when they're doing it right, and they will naturally want that more. Plus, when you're focused on what you want and you feel good about it, it'll make you want to do other things similar to it. So if you feel really proud of yourself because you're making better food choices, then your brain's going to want that good feeling, so you'll start to notice that maybe you want to drink a little bit more water as well. Well, that makes you feel really proud of yourself. You're telling yourself, I feel great that I'm drinking more water. Yay me, I'm drinking more water. Woo! Then it makes you feel good. And then because now your brain says, well, drinking more water makes me feel good, maybe I'll do a little fitness. And then you do the fitness and you go, I walked for 2 whole minutes today. Yes! It's small, but you're giving yourself feedback. And because you feel good, your brain's going to say, you know what? I want 2 more minutes. And then I want 5 minutes. And then I want a half hour. If I can feel this good in 2 minutes, how good can I feel in 30 minutes? So you see how it starts to set up a pattern of success. So keep that in mind. Focus on what you want. Get clear on what you want. Every time you take action towards it, get excited about it, give yourself lots of feedback, and make sure you're spending 80% of your time focusing on how good you feel about what you're contributing instead of anything else. So I hope that helps, and I'll see you soon.